Welcome to Lego and Connect with Dominica May. I am Dominica May. I am joined today by my friend Calvin, who is in Malaysia, just like my other friend who has been joining me for this Avengers Tower that I have been building. I'm still on book 2.
Ooh.
I'm hoping to get through the end of this book today, but we'll see. I don't know how much time you have, Calvin, to join me for. I probably should have asked that in advance. Right now, I'm still in just this screen, so that I can point out
Hmm.
where the Avengers Tower currently stands between the Daily Bugle and the Sanctum Sanctorum. So it's like half done ish. I do have like the next floor is partially built, which I can show because it's here. But the reason it's not up there right now is because I'm building the next floor that has to go on top first before I stick it on there. So hopefully that will get done today. We'll see.
I believe in
See
you.
how much time we have. Well, some of these bags are kind of small, so
Okay.
yeah, we'll see how we go. But like, I mean, there's no way that that is going to fit like here under the camera where I normally build stuff. So you might actually see me standing up and putting it together there. There you go. This is what you're gonna see. We'll see how we go. All right, so I'm gonna switch up the
There
screen
we are.
for. So this is the the floor of the next part that goes on top of the thing that I just showed, and
So
I think
this
I'm
is, as you said, this is where the was it helicarrier? No, not helicarrier. The Quinjet is supposed to
yes.
land, right?
There we
Yeah, there
go.
we go.
Because that was built last week.
Was that
It was
a
last week.
separate Lego box, like for the Quinjet?
No, it came with this set.
Oh wow, that is cool.
Yeah. All right. And Calvin, since you're in Malaysia
Hmm.
and I recognize today is Chinese Valentine's Day for you, right? So
Yes.
I thought I'd bring that up. And I have a mandarin tree in my backyard. so,
Aw, do you
so
have a river
look,
nearby?
look. like, should I put my name? I
Well,
need to find a river now. Yes.
well, generally, you don't have to put your name. You just have to put your phone
Oh,
number.
was my number?
Yeah.
Well, I did not put my number on there because this is live on the internet, and who knows who's going
Well,
to see
yes, of
it.
course. Privacy protection and all that.
Exactly. So it's my name instead, and anyone who knows me, if they have my number, they can call me.
Ring, ring. Hello. Hi, I'm looking for a fresh mandarin.
Yes, I have more available in my backyard. They are covered in ants right now, though, so I only picked a few.
My favorite.
Chunky, juicy.
And crawling all over my skin.
Yeah, no, it was an interesting thing to uh
To share.
cut them out of the tree today.
Oh, I see. Wait, was it because there was like a nest or something nearby?
I don't know. Maybe.
Excuse me. Yeah,
I was
sorry. I just had a bit of congestion there. But yeah, it's a good thing you bring it up because, like, to be honest, I almost forgot that it was today.
Well, see, I guess I've been keeping track because I was like, oh man, I hope that I can get done with the Avengers Tower before the end of the Chinese New Year period because I have Chinese New Year sets that I wanted to build.
Oh yeah, I remember you
And
shared those before.
I didn't. Oh, I think I've shared some of them with you, but I didn't. I don't think I shared the new ones that I picked up
Oh, okay,
last month.
okay.
The new Chinese New Year sets.
The dragon one this year,
Yes.
right?
Oh, did I share that with you?
Yeah, I think you did.
Yeah, I've got like 3 Chinese New Year sets from this year. So, um, you know, I could have built. I might do like an Instagram live one tomorrow or something.
Oh, that would be
Of
nice.
this,
Yeah.
this small miniature dragon that I got for free. maybe I'll do that instead. It won't take very long, and then I don't have to worry about changing the settings on my restream for stuff. with all my like labels of what this stream is, which is Avengers Tower. So
Ah, yeah. That's probably a better idea. Less hassle having to wait for the restream to like update your titles and everything. Yeah, sounds like a fun idea.
exactly.
How many pieces is the mini dragon, by the way?
Hang on, I'm
Like,
counting.
oh, sorry. Shh, everybody, she's counting.
I think I counted enough. I don't know. It's not right next to me at the moment. It's like
Oh,
on
okay.
the other side over there.
No
um,
biggie.
I don't think it's very much. It's probably like around 100 and something.
Oh,
Um,
that's gonna be a quick build. That one.
yeah, that's a reason why I'm like I could do that one on Instagram Live. It won't take very long.
Yeah,
And I've never done an Instagram Live before, so you know that's another thing to
it
try
should
out, I
be
guess.
okay. I mean, most of those social media apps like Instagram, I think even Facebook, because like Facebook Live is
Mm,
still like very much a mobile centric platform.
yeah.
You just basically have to have a pretty decent phone camera and good internet and possibly a stand so you don't have to hold your camera.
Oh yeah, I will do that. I
Yeah.
have um I have stands that can do that. I'll
Mm.
have to take this camera out of this stand and put it on that thing, but that won't be an issue.
Yeah, that should be fine. And I think the benefit of Instagram is that, for one, I believe it's easier for people to find you or stumble upon you because, like, they're always
Mm,
swiping up to the next person who's live and what they're streaming.
right.
Yeah. And they also made it quite easy to, like, send little emoticons like hearts and all that. So, you can see people when they're like interacting with you more
Mhm.
directly.
All right. Well, we'll have to see how it goes because if I've got it pointed at the Lego building, then I'm not necessarily going to see any comments.
Oh yeah, that's a good point
So,
because you can't see your
uh,
phone.
yeah. So we'll see how I go with it.
Well, sounds like a fun thing to try out and see how it works. I have only ever used Instagram Live like a couple of times for one of my previous jobs,
Mm,
and I was always the cameraman. So
mm,
I was basically controlling most of, like, like citing the comments and checking to make sure the stream is going well.
yeah.
It never occurred to me that a solo streamer might not actually be able to see their chat unless they have an additional like device that
Yeah.
mirrors the screen of the phone as it's live.
Maybe I can actually, if I have it, my Instagram on my computer, I might be able to see the chat that way.
Yeah, I think that works too because essentially it just takes over the webcam instead of your phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, oh.
I'll test it out tomorrow, maybe. I've been debating whether or not I should go to the San Francisco Chinese New Year parade. It's like the biggest one out of Asia,
Ooh.
right? And I've never been to it before. But this year, Aquafina is being the ambassador.
Oh, that's appropriate.
So she'll be there. And I'm like, that's pretty exciting. Maybe I should go out so I can see her and stuff. But I don't know. We'll see.
And
Like,
hopefully
if
get
I'm feeling
close
up
enough to ask her, what is Simu like in real life?
that's oh, shush. Oh, shush.
Oops. Maybe pass this Mandarin to.
No, I'm not like, I mean, he's got a girlfriend at the moment. um, no,
I like how you had to mention at the moment.
shush. I know I'm not uh I don't fantasize like that. Um please, come on, give me a break.
Okay.
um
To balance it out, I will share a little something too.
oh what then?
This may be revealing my age, but good gosh, I had the longest crush on Lucy Liu.
You know, I did too. So
Oh, okay.
maybe not the longest, but I did have a crush on her.
It's amazing how she's still able to like maintain her looks
Mm,
till today. Because, like, I swear, even in like modern pictures, she does show her age a bit more now, but overall her look and like her style is like the same since her Ally McBeal days.
Mm. See, I didn't watch her in that. My familiarity with her is from Charlie's Angels.
Wait, was it Ally McBeal or was it the other one? There
Huh?
was this. She was in Ally McBeal, right? No, I
I don't
might
I
be.
don't know. I never watched that show.
Let me just double check because I might be remembering the wrong show. Because like this is this era where there was a lot of comedies
Mm.
and also involving like lawyers.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, yeah, she was in Ally McBeal. That's where I remember her from.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, there you
Uh,
go.
yeah. Ah. So, interestingly enough, the reason why I don't really remember Chap Gomei or Chinese Valentine so often is because I actually barely do anything on Chap Gomei.
Mm.
My family never really had a practice of like going out to the temples and separating the boys and the girls and having the girls throw all the mandarins into like this man-made river,
Uh-huh.
and all the boys would be scooping up with like fishing nets. It was never really a thing like my
Mm.
family participated in, but it was always interesting for me to like learn about it and see what actually happens.
Yeah.
So like the gist of it is that those unmarried people who have not yet coupled up, to avoid the awkwardness of having like arranged marriages or like forced
Mm.
meetups between families to introduce, they would do this as a fun little thing as well. And before phone numbers, it would be names like yours,
Mm.
and with cute little descriptions of what they look like. Like I would
How
be,
do
I
you
would,
fit all of I guess if you're using Chinese characters, you could fit more.
yeah. I mean, Chinese characters are a lot smaller, for one. The more
Duh.
poetic ones would write like poems, like 3-line poems,
Mm.
to like describe who they are or where the meeting place would be in like slightly coded messaging.
Mm.
So the lucky ones who find it and can make sense of it would be able to go to their meeting spot and have a little cute little meetup, and hopefully it goes somewhere.
Mm.
Um, then it sort of became like this running joke that the bigger the mandarin, the bigger the girl.
Wow.
but
Wow.
but not in a bad way, because like the bigger the mandarin,
Mm.
is usually a sign that this person is a lot more prosperous
Mm.
because they can afford a bigger mandarin
Yep.
with more space to write stuff on. Right.
That's why I
And
picked up one of my bigger
yeah.
Mandarin.
And usually, if the girl is a big girl, it also usually means that she comes from a very well-to-do family because
Mm.
she's eating well.
Mm.
And not to mention, bigger girls were seen to be more likely to, have a better chance of having children and surviving childbirth back then.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So, it's an interesting prospect to learn of that. Then over time, it became a bit more of a joke as well that less and less people started doing this because
Mm.
they much rather just meet online and not go through all that, because it became such a I want to say meme, like 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 before memes were a thing on the
Yeah.
internet,
Yeah.
it already sort of became a meme like in real life, a habitual culture thing.
Yeah.
So they saw it more as like just a joke to do, because because they were starting to show signs of like disparity between both sides. It
Mm.
used to just be the young people throwing mandarins and collecting mandarins. Then older people started joining in the mixtures,
Oh no.
and there'll be like 18-year-old boys meeting up with 40-year-old women, and vice versa,
Awkward. Awkward.
which made it very awkward.
Yeah.
and then um and then there are of course the opportunists who are like, um how there's this thing where I believe in Italy or something, where you can like pay a service to release doves,
Mm.
as like giving, I think it's like a religious or cultural thing where like you can pay, and someone will give you a dove, and you're supposed to like make a prayer or a wish, and then release the dove back into the wild.
Okay.
But then the dove just circles back and flies right back into the cage, and the guy repeats the process.
Ooh.
Yeah, they do the same thing too with the mandarin oranges. They would sell it like at the beginning of the river, and people will buy it and throw it into the river. And before it
Pick them
reaches the
up.
other end where all the guys are, there's like nets that catch these mandarin oranges
Oh
back.
no.
And
No,
on top
that's
of that,
rude.
yeah, and on top of that, the same guys who are selling these mandarins also sell non-permanent markers.
So it doesn't even have anything by the end of it. That's oh my god.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah, it,
there's some text on this page of the
oh,
instructions, so
okay.
I'm going to read it for you. So it says,
Sure.
if you lift it, okay, this is about Mjolnir, which is I just put on this table here. If you
Okay.
lift it, you'll rule Asgard. It's not a trick. The Avengers each get a turn at trying to lift Thor's hammer in the Avengers Age of Ultron. If you successfully complete this building step, you may be deemed worthy. Ooh, I'm worthy.
Ooh. Try it, try it, try it, try it.
Oh, it's stuck now. No. There. Ooh, it's
You are worthy.
Mjolnir.
You can rule Asgard as you see fit.
I did it.
So now let's really answer that question. How would you rule Asgard?
Oh my goodness.
Uh-huh.
No, that's not for me. I'm not a ruling person. I'm just not.
But you don't have to rule. You just have to hold it to tell people to do what you want them to.
Oh, I see. That's how it works, is it?
Yeah. If you had the entire of Asgard and its people at your beck and call.
Mm,
Wow. And
mm.
the Rainbow Bridge.
Travel wherever I wanted to.
Yeah. Where would you go, Dom?
Uh, back to Malaysia so I can visit. Sorry, look, I miss you guys, okay?
We miss you
Uh,
too.
hang on, I'm just gonna mute myself for a second because I realize my music is on the background still and I want to turn it off.
Oh, sure, sure, sure. Hey, Alexa, play Despacito.
Oh no, it's not. No, I don't have Alexa. I have a Google device, so I was talking to
Oh,
Google.
hey, Google. Uh, Gosh, that would be an interesting concept, isn't it? Thor showing up in Malaysia. I don't know if you recall,
It
but
could
like a
happen.
long time ago, I think during the first Thor movie, like they were making a lot of memes, which is just like different words in Malay that start with the first four letters of his name, Thor.
Sorry, what was
Uh-oh.
that? Sorry, Google still didn't turn the music off, and I'm like, what? It's still playing.
Oh, okay. No worries, no worries. No, when the first Thor movie came out, for some reason in Malaysia, we have our own little subculture of memes.
Mm,
And like people were just making memes out of Thor and using his name, like the first four letters Thor,
yeah,
and just like jamming it into different like Malay words to make it like sound like the thing. Like, you know, Tose?
I don't know what. What did you say?
Tose
The food.
Tose is the
Oh no.
food, you know, like
Yeah.
that bread, the
Yes.
Indian bread.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just Thor say, and they show him like making Tose.
Wow. Wow.
Like a really slapdash, like not even PowerPoint. It's like just paint.
Mm.
Yeah.
That original Thor movie came out while I was living in Malaysia. I still remember going to see it in the theater there.
Oh yeah. That was literally a whole different time back then.
Hmm.
Gosh. Even the Thor movie, the first Thor movie feels like so different, isn't it, compared to like everything else that
Oh
came
yeah.
after?
I think I remember, like, what I mainly remember is like the first shot of Asgard with the Rainbow Bridge, and I'm just like, oh my god, this is incredible. Like,
Right.
I was
It
just
looks
blown
so
away.
good. Yeah. I think what stands out the most is like that first Thor movie really set the tone.
Mm.
But then it sort of like had to adapt because you got to admit, the first Thor movie really felt like they wrote lines like a classic Shakespearean play for the Asgardians.
Yeah.
And then Thor ends up on Earth and he's like, smashes cup on floor. Bring me more. Like, huh?
Yep.
Yeah. But it did start the habit of Marvel having like a bunch of side characters that don't end up doing anything.
Mm,
Thor and his like companions who would just end up being side characters, like real side characters,
yes.
even in the second movie.
Yes.
Which is a shame because I really thought that Lady Sif would play a bigger role.
Hmm. Yeah, she did not do very much.
Yeah. I still remember how funny it was like um what's her name? The actress who played his love interest in the first movie? I keep
Natalie
forgetting.
Portman.
Natalie Portman, yes. Everyone was making fun of her for the fact that, I mean, not making fun of her, making fun of her character in the movie
Mm,
for the fact like she's so hesitant to do stuff.
mm.
Uh,
And then she becomes Thor in the latest one.
all right, Lady Thor, the one where she has cancer, right?
Yeah. It
Well,
is that story is much better in the comics.
I agree. I agree. But I mean, I've kind of accepted that Marvel movies are not so much written as to follow the comic book stories anymore.
Mm.
So, it is what it is. Are they
Did
actually gonna make another Thor movie? I don't think they are, right?
um I'm not sure. I mean I don't know. I don't know. It seems like they're trying to move on to different things, but it's hard to say.
Yeah, because I'll be honest with you, I don't really remember much of Thor 4 except for the screaming goats.
Damn you. I gladly forgot those.
Oh, I'm
that
so
was
sorry.
that was the part that I hated the most. I'm like, what is the purpose of this? This is so stupid. I mean, everyone in the audience was laughing except for me. I'm like, this is the stupidest thing. This is not necessary.
For what it's worth, I do agree with you. Like the joke once and twice was it got a chuckle out of me,
Yeah,
but
they did. They
every other
overdid it.
appearance was like tiring to listen to.
Yeah, they overdid it.
Yeah, they really did. And in a way, it invasively like stuck in my head to the point it took up space to remember the plot of the movie.
That is totally fair.
Because like the only thing I really remember is that like um I felt a little bit hoodwinked that the
Mm,
Guardians were not more involved.
mhm.
It ended up just being like the intro sequence, and then he
Yep,
kind of like disappears.
I
Oh,
was
hang on.
disappointed by that too.
Yeah, give me a second. I'll be right back. Yeah.
No problem.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that.
That's all right.
My mom just came in and she made pot stickers.
Oh, yum.
Yeah, she's really into like making them handmade herself now. So she's constantly trying out different recipes.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So I remember that like not being able to see Thor and the Guardians interact more.
Mhm.
Um, I remember Jane showing up and totally one-upping him and having an even cooler like appearance of armor, and the hammer having been splintered is now part of its function rather than what it was. Completely overshadowing Stormbreaker, which is a real tragedy too.
Mm.
Um, I remember the villain quite well.
I I remember the
He.
kids in the cage.
Oh yeah, I remember that now. Why were they even in cages? Because like I thought the villain's whole point was that he wanted to kill gods.
I think he was. It was like a trap for Thor to come and save them or something, probably.
Oh, I see. So they were used as bait. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that sort of makes sense. But why why again was Thor able to give the kids the ability of Thor?
I don't even remember that.
I Yeah, that was weird to me too.
Hmm. Yeah, it was just a not the best Thor movie by a long shot.
Yeah. To be honest, I wasn't even sure about checking it out, but some friends of mine really wanted to. After watching Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness,
Mm,
I kind of checked out from Marvel movies already.
hmm.
But since they insisted, I thought, okay, all right, it'd be a fun time with friends. If it's not something I'm into, at least I can just laugh at it. Because Thor movies tend to have a lot more humor injected in them.
Yeah.
But this one was hard. Okay,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
this one's really hard to like sit through. I
Uh,
haven't really
okay.
watched anything from Marvel since then, actually.
You know what? That's totally fair. What has come out since then? Oh, I mean, the Guardians of the Galaxy 3 was pretty good though.
The one that focuses on Raccoon's backstory.
Yes.
Hmm. I had avoided that, but I did hear a lot of good reviews for it, so maybe I should check it out eventually.
Mm.
Hmm.
My drink of choice today
Oh.
is bandung, because I
Ha!
still have rose syrup from my last trip, uh, because I'd been conserving it and not serving it out to my daughter, who's been drinking most of the rose syrup that I brought back. This is one of the reasons I need to go back to Malaysia again, because she's like, you need to bring a whole lot more back this time because it does not last very long. The amount that I have, where I bought 2 bottles of it, like not big bottles, but in
Oh,
any
like the
case,
small syrup bottles.
yeah. And we're on to the second one already. So and like maybe possibly halfway through it already. So um yeah, I clearly need to go back and get more
Resupply.
this time. um yeah, I was talking
Hmm.
to my kids earlier today about
Hmm.
when I would like to go back to make sure that they're okay with me traveling
Oh,
again and all of this. Um
okay.
and I'm like, I can bring back more, rose syrup. I said this to my daughter, and she's like, and more Malaysian food. I'm like, whoa, what else do you want me to bring
Wow.
back? So I guess that's gonna be a thing. That's how I can convince my kids to let me travel again.
On the promise you bring back more delicious food. I mean,
Hmm.
that's fair. What kind of
Exactly.
food are they looking for?
Well, I mean, Seeming gave me some cookies last time, and they were gone pretty quickly. So probably some of those, and
Okay,
then
okay.
we'll see. We'll see what else. Um, I don't know. I don't know what else I'm gonna bring
Hmm.
back. I need to have a plan probably. But like now that I've done all of my, Pokemon toy shopping, I probably will have more room for food.
Excellent, excellent.
I could have totally have fit more in my suitcase on this last trip. And I
Uh-huh.
wasn't like um because when I got to the airport and I weighed it, I was like, oh man, I could have fit another 10 kilos. What?
10
I had
kilos of rose syrup.
so although I like this, so the next time I go back, my goal is to actually do some stand up again and go to an open mic, or at least one open
Hmm.
mic, in which case I may bring my camera and tripod and stuff, which means that I will not have as much weight available for my tripod is heavy and big. Um,
That's what he said. I'm sorry, it was just too hard to resist.
You know what? Like, this is you're not the first person to make jokes like that on this any of my Lego
Eh.
streams. I used to have an improviser I know called Mike Brown joined
Uh-huh.
me for a lot of streams, and he would crack those jokes all the time.
Sounds like a great guy.
He is. I need to check in with him to see if he is available to do another stream with me. 'Cause he was said he was open to doing this,
Oh, cool.
joining again for the Avengers Tower. I just hadn't gotten around to because Zach was always available. So I was like, I'll just continue with Zach until I have free time,
Hmm.
and he doesn't, and we'll see.
I recall that the last stream you had with Zach, he was in Manila for like some shows, right?
He was. That was not my last stream with him because
Oh, sorry.
I did 2 streams with him last week, which was
Hmm.
post Manila.
Oh, I see. So he's back home already. Okay, that's good to
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, it was just, a few like, not quite a week that I think he was out there for.
Okay. Good to hear.
And
He's still traveling around doing work, man.
well, he had to, sort out some issues before he could, reapply for his passport, but he, like I think it was, like, the first or second stream of building the Avengers Tower he joined me for, and he was doing his passport application as we were streaming,
Oh.
which was just, funny. It's like, "You know what? Yeah, just do your own thing while while we're chatting."
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, like a lot of travel right now is getting a bit messy, especially like from country to country.
Mm.
That's why I'm a bit concerned. Because I have an upcoming trip as well.
Yeah, Japan.
Yeah, I'm taking my family to Japan this time around. Um, and as since we're going as a family, my brother, who is in charge of most of like the planning and all that, he
Mm.
opted to fly with AirAsia.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
It's been so long since I've flown with AirAsia.
I've not used AirAsia in my last trip. I instead opted out for like, um, I think it was Thai Airways. Like it's
Mm,
still budget, but like, they're I believe they're a bit more like they're a safer choice because I don't think many people opt in for those flights to Japan.
mm,
Probably because of the long layovers. That's probably the case. But I had a very comfortable journey to and fro,
mhm.
and luckily didn't have to reschedule any flights. So when my brother booked with AirAsia, I was a little bit concerned, but he gets to call the shots on this trip. So okay, we'll see what happens. And just like 2 days ago,
Oh
I
no.
got an urgent email from AirAsia that they had to reschedule our return flight. Instead of a day flight, it's now an afternoon flight. So I'm
Mm.
like, okay, we'll be arriving home past midnight.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So okay, well, we'll try to make do.
Yeah, I fortunately have did not have any issues for flights when I was traveling to and
Malaysia,
from
yeah.
Malaysia. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
But I was also, I mean, you know what? I did have some slight delays, but
Oh.
I was a little hesitant when my flight back this last time. I was flying Jetstar to Singapore, um,
Oh.
which meant I had to go to KLI2. But like, forgot to check until
Uh-oh.
like we were almost at the airport.
Oh no.
And then I was like, oh, I should probably look up to see which terminal because we were headed to KLI1, the main one.
Yep.
And and they're like, hang on, Jetstar is a budget airline. I should
Yeah.
probably check to see if it's the other. And yeah, so my driver had to adjust. So we were already almost there. But he was a good sport about it.
That's good. That's good. And honestly, I think it's quite a common like slip up that most people
Mm,
have because I made that same mistake a couple of times, kind of like trying to pick up friends who are flying in from Singapore
mhm.
because it's Singapore. It's not in Malaysia. So I always go to KLA1 because international arrivals and departures.
Uh,
but then, oh wait, it's in two. And I have to go like that one big round
Yeah,
back to
yeah.
the highway. Oh
Joe, it was
man.
so weird. It took us through uh um the GPS took us through like I think it was Putrajaya slightly, or I think it was Putrajaya took us slightly
Putrajaya.
through on the way. It was like, what is even these instructions right now? Why are you taking us this way?
Is this Waze?
It might have been. I don't know what app he was using
Oh,
to for the
that's odd.
GPS.
That's odd. Because for people who make that mistake, aka me, it's actually quite easy to get to the other terminal, but it's
Whoops.
oh, careful.
I don't know where that other piece went.
Oh no. It
Don't
could be the
mind
most
me.
integral piece.
No, it's wait. I'll find it somewhere.
Dun, 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 dun.
We can still talk without while I'm looking for it.
But this is such a tense moment. No,
No,
you
oh
must
no.
concentrate.
No,
Feel
I
the
just
Lego.
keep talking.
Feel the
It-
Lego in your heart,
it'll
Dom.
it'll show. It'll show up
Close your
somewhere.
eyes and concentrate. Be one with the Lego.
I don't know how far away that it went.
Listen to the voices in your head. The Lego spirits speak to you.
It's so silly. Find me.
I'm over
Oh, where did it go?
the one Lego to rule us all.
Is it backwards? Oh, wait, is that the piece? Was it just one piece? I think yes. Okay, I got it. I found it.
And the world is all
It,
fine
it's
now.
all good. I thought it was a different piece. That's why I'm like, so it was a smaller piece, slightly smaller piece than I thought that it was. But it's all good. I found it.
Oh, thank goodness. I thought the world was going to end if we didn't find it.
Oh shush.
But you never know, Dom. You never know. Everyone thought the ring was just a small little ring. And look what Frodo and friends had to do.
That's true. That is true.
Oh, man.
All right.
Yeah.
We are getting there.
This is the walls, right? Just the side walls?
Yeah, kind of going up on the side of the interior part of the building.
Hmm.
We've got like put some signs up in there. It's like, I don't know how you can see that there, that one,
Oh, looks
and that
nice.
side.
An actual Lego like newscaster.
Yep. So this just in, Hulk smashes again. Okay,
Lucky
weather
man.
update. Who is Winter Soldier?
Wow.
The other side, the other poster is a how to lift heavy stuff. How to lift safely. Asgard cardio.
Escort cardio.
And be an ant. So that's what
Oh,
that
that's
says.
lovely. I really do appreciate like the sense of humor a lot of these Lego games have.
Yep.
Yeah.
Lots of detail in. That's one of the most fun parts of building sets like this is so much detail.
Yeah. Lots of humor injected into things. Uh, wow. It looks to be quite a lot more intricate than I thought.
Oh, I
So
was
many.
expecting it to be like this. This was what it was like building the Daily Bugle set. Very, very detailed.
I see. Gosh, and you already built like 3 floors prior to this one.
Yes. Well,
Wow.
three, four, really, because the other one's not
Oh.
attached to it yet.
Ah, okay, okay. Well, that's gonna be a really tall structure, that one.
Oh yeah, it's going to be taller than the Daily Bugle, and
Is
what
it?
you can see the top of the Daily Bugle behind me, so it's going to be taller than
Yeah.
that.
Is it gonna have that you know, like in the movie The Avengers Tower has that big curve with the A logo on it?
I believe so. So
Is that
this is like kind of the curve part, right? This
yeah.
so the A will be on the side. I'm pretty sure that's part of this book that I'm working on right now. I
Ooh.
think. unless it's going to be in the next book.
Ooh,
we'll,
okay.
we'll see. We'll see.
Hopefully, it doesn't like get in the way of the Daily Bugle's like logo
Oh
there.
no, it'll be pointing the other way, so it'll be on top of the sanctorum.
Oh, perfect, perfect. What are all those things on the floor? Are they supposed to be stairs?
This.
Yeah. Oh wow, they make a sound. Ooh,
If I scratch my nails on it, sure.
Lego ASMR. All right.
Ooh, maybe that's a thing that I should be doing. Maybe that'll actually make me money.
Okay, okay. If you okay, I
Different
know it's just
waterfalls,
a,
right?
okay. I know you're just trying to be funny, but if you're seriously gonna do it, for the love of God, please do not just hold a random Lego piece and go tap 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 of it in front of the camera. Please don't do that. That is so cringe, in my opinion. Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't being serious. I I can still be funny sometimes, even though I've not been
Oh, hush! Don't
practicing
be so
stand-up comedy.
humble. Funny
Shh.
sometimes, please.
Look, I am in the process of working on some new stand-up material, so
Oh, ho, ho.
um, yeah, there's an open mic night coming up on the 7th of March. I'm gonna aim to do that one. I was gonna try and do one this
Hmm.
weekend. I'm like, yeah, that's not gonna happen. don't, I don't think I'm gonna be prepared enough for that one yet. Um,
Hmm.
but yeah, we'll see.
All right, all
Um,
right.
I need to
7th of March, huh?
start. Yeah, I need to actually get my butt into gear to actually to do this because I keep talking about it and not doing it. So
I
just need to
understand. I
just need to
understand. There's
push
always
push
that
myself.
what's the word? It's like, it's just taking the leap and
Yeah.
going forward with it.
I've done storytelling events in the last few
Hmm.
months. I did one last night actually,
Oh, nice.
um, which was cool. I originally wrote something for it, and
Uh-huh.
then it was making me cry. So
Aw.
I only memorized like 40% of it before I'm just like, you know what, I don't think I can tell this story at this time.
Hmm.
So I ended up improvising a completely different story. But I think
Whoa.
it turned out much better for me to do it that way. So this is one advantage of being an improviser and also knowing my own stories.
Being an improviser is basically being able to flourish in a period of time where your pants are caught.
I guess.
I mean, I do a lot of D&D like running like
Mm.
for SDM, so I get my exercise of being able to think of stuff on the fly whenever I do that. Um,
Hmm.
it has led to some of the most interesting and also most pathetic moments of my life as a DM. Because sometimes no matter how much you want it to, that engine just won't kickstart, you
Hmm.
know? So you're
Hmm.
flailing around like a paraplegic octopus trying to like make sense of whatever's happening.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, the last time I did this storytelling event, I had written something but not practiced it. So it was more like just wrote it out so I knew vaguely what I wanted to talk about. And then
Uh,
I felt like I fumbled with it. So it was interesting that not having a plan at all apart from like knowing how I wanted to start it and how I wanted to end it, things
oh,
turned out much better.
yeah, I'm actually quite used to that form like of DMing because a friend of mine who's really like into D&D and was learning how to be a DM, he would contact me quite often in the beginning because he was very like I'd say he was quite scared
Mm.
of being a DM because he doesn't want to look like he's messing up.
Uh-huh.
But I told him that's part and parcel of the whole DM experience. Um, it's just how it's just how it is. So don't be afraid to fumble. And he shared with me that he was very worried about being able to tell to deliver a proper experience like from start to finish for his players. He doesn't want to disappoint them.
Mm.
So when he asked for my advice on how to like run a campaign or even get started on making your own like story as a custom campaign, I just told him like You don't have to like be so committed to making everything perfect. Just put in the pieces that you feel will be fun for you and the players, and see how it goes from getting there. Because that's part of the journey of playing D&D. You are not the only storyteller.
Right,
The
and so
the
it
players
can
do.
go in a different direction than what you were anticipating because based on what the
Yeah,
players do.
correct. And I think having that conversation with him sort of like gave him a little insight as to his concerns, because he
Mm,
can be quite indecisive in certain things, and how he has managed to like um, settle with that anxiety is he would always be extremely detailed in finding out as much information as possible
mm.
before he even has the choice offered to him. So he's kind of like that guy who would like read up and memorize restaurant menus a week before going to dinner at that restaurant.
Wow.
Yeah, because he doesn't want to appear like bothersome by having to and when the waiter is like waiting for his reply. So I told him like, okay, I understand where you're coming from, but that is actually more of a what, how do I say? You can have a cleaner experience if you do it that way, but it probably won't be as fun.
Mm.
Yeah, because if you're very constrained with your story and you want the players to play in a very specific way, then they can't really get creative with what they have around them. So he sort of have like a little light bulb moment, like, I have to let go. Yeah.
I'm feeling like this is a life lesson I need to learn right now for learning and remembering to let go and just see what happens rather than trying to control everything. I'm
Mm,
trying, it's something that I've been trying to focus on, but it's just like, man, it's hard sometimes. If you have an idea about what you want and things don't quite go the way that you want, then it's like, how do I adjust?
yeah. Yeah. I cannot help but feel like someone somewhere must have had like, you know, the art of Zen and how to play D&D. Oh my gosh. But I get what you mean. I think my friend had that little epiphany because when he realized that the more he tried to um overcome his anxiety by having as much control as possible over certain situations, the more difficult it came to actually performing the thing in the first place.
Mm.
Because he asked me like, should I just buy these preset modules? And I'm like, yeah, if it's your first time and you don't want to think too much about what to do, just get any of the beginner modules. They have like all the information that you will need, and everything else you can find out online, ask people, or just go to the player handbook. Like, just think of each book as a big chest of Lego pieces. You go in and look for the ones you want and build whatever you like. Yeah.
Mhm.
So he kind of struggled with that at first. He felt like his first few sessions were embarrassing, but honestly, when I asked his friends who played, they were like, "Yeah, this is fun."
We're always our own worst critic. So I
So true, so true.
could have done this and I could have done that. It's like, yeah, but did everyone that you were with, did they have a good time? Yes, then don't worry about it so much.
Yeah, don't worry too much. If you want to worry, just maybe worry about like, maybe losing your voice by having to speak so much, or maybe like, if for some reason that night everyone is just rolling shit and there's like no way to break out of this curse, just close one eye and let certain things fly.
Yep.
Yeah, he still runs games till today, but he's come up with a different wall right now, which is like he wants to be a good storyteller. He
Mm,
really does. In fact, um, part of his career choices right now involves trying to join a very prominent game studio that does a lot of RPGs. Um, but he finds it a bit of a challenge because he doesn't have a background in storytelling or story crafting.
mm,
So I advised him maybe to go try some creative writing courses. If he has the time and the money, maybe sign up for some of those drama acting classes as well.
Mm,
Not so much as to be an actor, but to understand like how to personify certain characters and maybe like see it in a different way,
yeah.
how to understand what goes on in the minds of those characters.
Mm.
Those would be very helpful when it comes to like writing stories and character motivations and stuff like that. You know, um, but he wasn't so keen on that idea because he much rather read a book. And I'm like, okay, there are plenty of books about that.
That's true.
Yeah. So, I look forward to seeing what he can come up with because I myself, I've written like so many different sort of like small stories to be potential campaigns in D&D.
Mm.
I've I've barely used like maybe 10% of everything I wrote. And like 90% of the stuff that became super memorable was just stuff on the fly most of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if there's one thing that I will share, and it's not meant to be a bad thing, but it's more of like maybe a description of difference in culture. Um, when I play D&D, and it's mostly online, with like people from other countries, usually more Western countries,
Hmm.
they are more on board to like role play and have fun. When I play with D&D with like people here in Malaysia or around Southeast Asia, they treat it like an MMO where
Wow.
they just want to min max like everything and be super powerful and don't really involve themselves in the story. They just let other people like make the story progress, and they just like, okay, I want to level up and I want to buy this skill. That's it.
Do you feel like it's a you know, based on like cultural differences, how like the schooling, like there's not a lot of focus on creativity so much in schools there compared to more Western countries, maybe?
I'm not really sure. I mean, the only thing I can think of, drawing from my own experiences in high school, and that was like decades ago, there wasn't really like an encouragement to be creative
Mm,
because a lot of the systems in place were meant to like have a streamlined way of gauging your performance and capabilities. So, I mean, there are weaknesses to that, but the the point was that you could tell where you stand.
yeah.
Where you stand academically, where you stand physically with like extracurricular activities and involvement in like projects and whatnot. It would be very clear in paper where you stood. But when it came to like providing creative outlets or finding creative solutions, that was basically up to the individual and not really part of the school's involvement.
Yeah.
Yeah. We did have, and I remember this because it was the only time we ever expressed anything creatively. We did have, for our Malay language and English language classes, opportunities to act out like short stories.
All right.
Yeah, we had that, especially with the literature sections. Like we could act out like certain short stories. We played like those old stories of like the sultans having the meetings and whatnot. Hang Tuah. Those were fun. That was the only time like language classes was really fun because every other time it was just memorize this, memorize that. you know.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, we had music classes as well, but frankly, it's very difficult to say I learned anything in music class because um, I flunked.
Totally fair.
I mean, I'm
The
sorry.
only
It's not that I didn't try. I was not. Um, I would say I was not interested in music at the time,
mm,
and the only instrument they let us touch is a recorder.
yeah, that's what I had too.
Yeah. So
So
like
I
when it
understand.
came So like when it came to the practical like test, I just played like hot cross buns and got like
Mhm.
a C. And when it came to the theory, I don't know whether it was my teacher's fault or myself. I think it's more me. I really could not understand how to read like musical notation.
Mm.
Like I didn't know what a treble clef was. I didn't know any of that. All I knew was how to draw that funny little symbol at the beginning of the three lines. You know that curvish thing with a line straight down the middle. That's
The
it.
treble clef.
Oh, that is the treble clef. Okay, all right. See, I'm still learning.
You knew what it was, you just didn't know what it was called.
Correct. Yeah. And we had art classes too. Thankfully, art classes was easier for me because like the theory was very easy to memorize. It was very
Mhm.
simple. The practical, however, drawing, painting, and all that, it's
Oh, do
not
you know
like,
what? This reminds me of something I did in art class
oh, what did you do?
in high school.
Yeah,
In one of my art classes, we had to do batik painting.
really?
Yes, in Australia.
Whoa, that is really cool. We didn't have that shit.
You
And
should have,
Batik's made in Malaysia.
I know. That's why I brought it up. So I was like, you want to do Malaysian art? Go to school in Australia.
Oh gosh.
I completely forgot about that. That's really funny.
Oh man. Oh my god. If you're gonna tell me next that you made like nasi lemak or like
No, we
Asian
didn't have any
kueh,
no, we didn't have Malaysian food in our culinary
uh,
classes.
the fact that you
Home
have
economics.
culinary classes
No,
is
it
already
was
like,
home economics, and it was just
oh,
like
okay.
making food at home. And that was in 8th grade only.
That's fair. I didn't have home economics. I had workshop, woodworking and electrical like stuff.
We had woodwork as well and metalwork. We just had
Oh
like a
wow.
range of that sort of thing in 8th grade. I think it was
Damn.
probably an option of things that you could do like later on, but I was not that way inclined, so I didn't choose those classes.
Ah, I see. I had woodworking and like very, very basic knowledge on how to solder wires to like chipsets and stuff like that.
Mm.
Basically, our year project was to make a musical box that was also a pencil box. So like they give you the plywood, you're supposed to like measure, saw, cut, shape, everything.
Hmm.
Then they give you like the board and you're supposed to apply like all the components and solder them neatly. And if you did it right, it would open and play.
Wow.
But here's the funny thing, and I remember this very clearly because it was such a wake up call to me as a, I think, 14-year-old.
Mm.
Oh, excuse me. Um, the components that we got, almost more than half of them were faulty. Yeah.
That's annoying.
So more than half the class, including me, failed because it didn't play music. And because we were so young and didn't know that faulty equipment could be faulty from the box,
Yeah,
we had no way of contesting it.
yeah.
So we just accepted, yeah, we suck in this. We won't do this for our life then.
That's a
Uh,
shame.
well, it's okay. I mean, there were other things I was interested in at the time. One funny memory I have now, and it just popped up. The girls were having home economics.
Mm. Oh,
The
very
boys were not.
sexist.
The
So that
boys were not allowed to join. No, 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 no. Boys in the
very,
kitchen. Oh,
very sexist.
to be fair,
Oh, I have
if
a viewer. Soccer
oh,
Nerd says hello. Hi, Soccer Nerd.
hello, hi, soccer nerd. Do you like soccer?
Totally. With a name like Soccer Nerd.
I apologize. It's just a Southeast Asian thing where like if you want to say a greeting, you don't just say hello. You just ask a question of what is obviously the activity they're currently doing.
I see.
Like,
Oh,
hi
they
Dom,
do
building
that anyway.
Legos?
Really?
Yeah.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. How did you know?
Because it's either that or we ask you, have you had your lunch yet? Have you eaten yet?
Yes. No,
Yeah.
feed me.
Are you hungry? One, come, let's go eat. Uh,
That's how it is.
yeah. But yeah, Southeast Asia, my school memories. Okay, so the memory is this. After we were done with woodworking, it was recess. So since we all flunked because the components were not working,
Uh-huh.
we were all let off class like I think 10 minutes earlier. So we just went to the canteen to sit down and wait for the bell. The girls had also gotten out of home economics, and we noticed that they were all like carrying like Tupperwares, and they were all kind of like giggling and like pushing one another, like gently like nudging each other towards the
Mhm.
boys.
Oh.
Yeah. So when they showed up, it became obvious then what was going on. They had learned how to make fish ball soup, as in like fish
Mm.
balls in soup, nothing else. Right?
Okay, okay.
And they were told by the teacher that if they were not interested in eating their own food, they could give it away to the boys. So all of them thought, yeah, let's just give it to the boys. And as they were coming down the stairs, they must have put two and two together and realized, oh shit, this might mean by accident that we like certain boys.
Yes.
Uh,
Uh-oh.
uh,
Uh-oh.
so so then and there, it became a dilemma because
Mm.
on one hand, they would love to give their food to the boys they like, but on the
But
other
they didn't want
hand,
the boys to know who they liked.
that's one. But on the other hand, they thought their food sucked.
Yeah, that too. So they should have given it to the boys that they didn't like then.
Exactly. And that's where a lot of mixed messages appeared.
Mm. Fair,
Uh,
fair.
what happened is that a few girls came to me and they offered me their fishball soup, and I'm like, yeah, okay, it's free food. I ain't gonna complain. And to be honest, it's really hard to mess up fishball soup because you just boil water with fish balls in it and add salt. That's really all it is.
Well, that's they were I don't know. I don't know what to say. Like comment. Insert comment here.
Insert comment here. So what I did was I finished up all their soups. I had like two Tupperwares, and then I went to like the cleanup area and I washed it with soap and dried it up and gave it back to the girls. And the girls were like, "Are you okay?" Yeah, it's fish. It's just fishball soup. Here, I washed your Tupperwares. Thank you. And they're like, "Oh, all right." And they avoided me for the rest of the year after that.
Oh no. So I guess you never found out whether they actually liked you or not.
I am willing to put money on the fact that that's a no.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All
Mostly
right.
because they already had boyfriends.
Well, even more likely. Wow. Okay. All right. I have to stick this on
Oh, this looks
the top
scary.
now. And we'll see how this goes. I think it's here. Looks correct.
Snapping
I have to
into
attach
place.
I have to attach all the parts into the right places.
Ooh, I hope it supports it.
It'll be fine. Press down.
There we go.
Push these in so it gets
Oh,
attached.
that's quite cool. Huh.
That way it doesn't fall out. Yeah. Now do I press down more on this side to make sure it stays in? All right. It's kind of okay. This is like
pretty
look a
stable.
slight gap on this side here.
Is that for something else?
No, it's just because it's not pressed down enough. It's all right.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Here we go. All right, now I can see the. Let me show off the side of it.
Oh, wow. That looks quite good.
It's
Yeah.
basically the same on the other side.
Ooh, nicely done.
Thank you. So that's where we're at now. I think we still have 2 sets of bags in this book.
2 sets of bags. Okay.
Hey, how are you doing with time? Do you need to leave
Oh, not at all.
soon, or are all good?
No, I'm good. I'm good. I can hang around for some time. I just finished my mom's pot stickers, so I'm on good.
Nice. All right.
And I've already prepared like a whole jug of tea with me, so yeah.
All right. I think I'll be building up this section now, so that's a
Oh,
good place to centralize it, I guess.
is your
Um,
camera like high up enough once you start building it?
yeah, it'll be fine because it's not going to go higher than here,
Ah, okay. All right.
so it should be all right.
All right. Looks good. So, Dom,
Yes. What?
high school memories. Let's hear them.
Oh my god. I was an undiagnosed autistic person in high school, so I didn't have the
Uh-huh.
greatest high school experience. Okay. Um. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I mean, I was the kind of person that like went from group to group. I had sat with a different group of people
Uh-huh.
every year kind of thing, and did my own thing. But this is also when I was in high school was when I got into stand-up comedy. I started performing stand-up when I was in high
Oh.
school. When I was 16. When I was 15, which was when I was in year 11, um, is when I started writing comedy, and I
Wow.
recorded it on my computer and burnt them onto two. I recorded 2 CDs worth of comedy when I was 15 years old. Um, I'm sure all the jokes are terrible. I still have the CDs. I could probably listen them back to them now, but I would be very cringe.
Wow.
But the funny thing is, like, I was so because of this, like, I campaigned to get the funniest person award in 12th grade in the
Wow.
high school yearbook, and I won it because I kept asking people to vote for me.
Wow. Oh my
I was like, because I do
God.
stand up comedy, I go to bars. Like, I'm 16 years old. I had to go with my parents because, underage and all this. But, that's my background. So the fact that I have not done it in 10 years at this point is like kind of unusual, I guess. I always went back to it.
Oh my gosh, Dom, that's amazing.
You
I
didn't
just
know
want
that
to
about me.
no, I just want to add, and this is just a joke, but 16, no, 15-year-old you
Yeah.
probably already had a better track record than most people I know in the comedy scene. Just
just because
kidding, just
just
kidding, just
just be,
kidding.
just because I recorded CDs.
You
Look,
had two
okay, so
CDs
I
at
had 2
16.
CDs.
You
I
won
had
Funniest Person of the Year by committee.
yeah, but I will sell myself short on this. Look, one of the highlights of this sort of thing was, it allowed me, just starting at that young, it allowed me to connect with a lot of much more well-known stand-up comedians in
Mm,
Australia at the time, because I also ran a website about comedy in Australia, and I connected with a lot of comedians online. This was like early days of the internet, so not that many people were like contacting celebrities yet at that point.
uh,
And so I would reach out to them and say, "Hey, can I interview you for my website?" And because I was so young, I think it was like, "Yeah, sure, like, let's support you, this budding like young person, and all this stuff." Um, so yes, I connected with a lot of people that way, and um, with my first CD, I listened to this breakfast radio station that had some comedians that I liked were the hosts of it, and
uh-huh.
they had a guest one day that I liked, James O'Loughlin, and I called them up,
Ooh, okay.
and I asked if I could send him a copy of my CD, and he accepted. So I sent it out to him, um, and then and I was like, "This is how much I'm selling it for." Like, not expecting him to like send me any money for it. I was like, just giving him the kind of spiel of like what I had been doing,
Mm.
and he sent me a check for the CD for like the price that I was selling it for, and I was like, "Oh
Oh.
my god, this is amazing." So it was cool to do it at that age because when you're young, then uh, it's easier to have people support you,
That is
even
true.
even if you're terrible.
That is true. That is very true. Especially when it's like such a heartwarming kind of situation. Like, oh, this
Yeah.
16-year-old girl wants to do comedy and she wants to get my feedback on her comedy CD. And she's selling it for what? $5 Aussie. Hey, hell, why
No, I
not?
think it was like $13 or something that I
Oh,
was
damn.
selling it
Okay.
for. Something like that. I don't
Know
remember
your worth,
exactly, but
huh?
I think it was something like that. Yeah, I know. Um, and I remember like my English teacher, she bought both copies. She was like,
Wow.
when my second one was ready, uh, she was like, "My boyfriend loved the first one so much. Let me know when the next one is ready." Like she was just,
Wow.
yeah, that like enthusiastic about it. Um, I don't even, yeah, I'm pretty sure all of the jokes on there were probably really terrible and I would cringe. I think I had some like songs on there as well. So it's just like
Ah.
really, yeah.
Hey, it's fine. We were all exploring our own creative like outlets back then. You know, it's bound to be cringe at the beginning.
Well, here's the thing, like,
What?
I didn't feel like I had any close friends in high school and stuff, but since then, like since connecting with people I went to high school with on Facebook,
Mm.
um, I've had some of them reach out being like, "Oh man, I just admired so much how like you just did your own thing all the time. You didn't care about what other people thought." And I was like, "Wow, I had no idea that me doing my own thing was actually, something that people admired."
You were cool before cool was cool.
Yeah. I mean, well, earlier, like before any of that happened, like I
Uh-huh.
remember like trying to like the same music that other people liked and
Oh yeah.
then getting teased for it. And
Mm-hmm.
then, so after that, I was like, well, that's why I stopped listening to pop music and switched to this alternative radio station that had the comedians that were hosting the breakfast show that I liked. And I was like, yeah, I'm just going to do my own thing now. People are going to make fun of me anyway.
Exactly.
That's
If the end result is gonna be the same, just do it
Yeah,
anyway, because then it's fun for you.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that's how I got into more alternative Australian music back in those days. Sorry, I didn't show off very well this. Uh,
Oh, is it War Machine? Yeah.
yes, yes. Couldn't. My brain was not functioning at the time. I'm like, I was. I just couldn't like say it off there. You can see inside his face.
Oh,
Face.
that's cool. The faceplate actually opens up. Nice.
Yes, yeah. The Iron Man one's like that too. See. So
Ooh, why is this blue? Oh, okay.
it's Jarvis.
Jarvis interface. Okay, I just realized.
Yeah.
I was like, what's Mr. Freeze doing in Iron Man's costume?
No, don't be silly.
Oh man. Yeah, high school was a very, very different time. And I'm pretty sure all of us had a lot of cringe memories of it now.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yep.
yeah, boy. One of the stupidest things that ever happened to me was like, I think I was on my way back home and like, oh no, this isn't in high school. This is in primary school. This is even dumber
Ooh.
now that I think about
Ooh.
it. Okay, so my primary school, like, it has this entranceway that's really far because the school is located deep inside, and there's like a bit of a drive to the gate.
Mm.
So parents and kids would have to like take this really long walk just to go all the way out to the bus stop where the parents would have their cars parked because
Mm.
they weren't allowed to drive into the school or use that particular road. So my mom or dad would usually be waiting at that bus stop,
Hmm.
and to cross over, because I didn't want to use that walkway because it's usually filled with people, so it's very difficult to walk over. I would try to cut across the field
Mm.
that is beside it. Now, in this field, they would have like the whole football field, maybe a small little square for badminton or tennis and whatnot,
Hmm.
and they have this like those little poles where you're supposed to be able to hang the net between
Yeah.
across the court. So it's really old equipment, and oftentimes the paint has already like all fallen off, and it's not easy to see because the background, it's like not clearly like white or black or anything. And dumb little old me, who was very hungry and wanted to go home to eat lunch,
Oh no.
basically dashed across the field. And because when you're running really fast, things can get into your eyes, like
Yeah.
sand and stuff like that. I thought if I could just blink really fast, it
Oh no.
wouldn't get into my eyes.
Mm.
And like in that split second, I made full face contact with that pillar.
Ouch. Ouch.
And it was quite a solid like bong sound.
Mm. Mm.
Because I remember like pulling back and reeling from the impact, the sudden shock and impact, and like parents and kids on the road were like stopped and were looking over in my direction.
Uh-huh.
So then I just like sucked up to the pain and kept running towards my dad's car.
Wow.
Oh man. Gosh.
My high school was in walking distance from my house, so that was convenient for me.
Oh, those are the best. I remember having a lot of fun walking back from high school to my house. It was walking distance, but like yeah, we had to cut across this very busy intersection because it's like a small commercial area in between.
Mm.
And like just before that, there would be this small little field that normally people don't go to exercise or kids to play there because it's like right next to the main road, so it gets
Hmm.
quite dusty. But there will always be one little van with an uncle who sells like rojak.
Hmm.
Rojak is that salad with crispy bits and stuff like that with really sweet spicy sauce in it.
Hmm.
Oh, that was the perfect thing to eat after school and just hang out with friends for like an hour before going home and then having another full meal called lunch. Uh, those are good times.
Malaysians
Mm.
have the number of meals that hobbits have.
What about second breakfast and
Are,
second lunch and second
are
dinner?
Malaysians secretly hobbits?
Well, nobody's taking me to Isengard.
Look, they don't all go there. Only the most adventurous ones.
The bravest of the Bravefoots.
Yes.
Ay. Gosh.
A plant to build now.
Plant?
Yeah,
Oh, an actual plant.
a plant.
Oh, is that the actual piece, or are you supposed to clip it off?
Oh, I have to. Yeah, I have to take it off.
Ah, okay.
Yes.
Oh, they come off so easily. Wow.
Yeah. Don't need any special things.
Tools.
Nope.
That's nice.
I'll need to do that for when I build my Pokemon figures that I bought from Malaysia that I still haven't built yet.
Uh-huh.
There's so many.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Is this from your last visit or your
Both, both,
last visit?
both visits. I bought some on my both of my visits.
Yeah, I remember I shared the ones with you, the one that I got for my own nieces and nephew.
Mm.
The Mew one, what's the penguin one called again?
Pip-Plop.
Piplup, yeah, that's the one. Those are nice. Those are easy to build. They
Mm.
had a lot of fun with those.
Yeah, I got that Mew one as well.
Mm, is that the
Um,
plant?
this is the something else. Oh, this is a lamp. Looks like
Oh, okay. Oh,
because it's
ah,
going here.
okay. That makes sense. Because I thought, oh, that looks like a mechanical gear or something.
Yeah, a little bit like that.
Yeah.
It's like lampshade.
Ah,
So you
cozy.
you were about to say something else, I think.
Oh, I was about to ask regarding like food, school lunches. What were they like in Australia?
Oh, if you bought something from the school, like what do they call it? It wasn't a cafeteria. It was just like a lunch bar or something. I don't even remember what were called. Um, but you could get like sausage rolls and party pies and like mini pizzas and things like that.
Ooh,
Um, but what did I have for lunch? I don't know. I probably took like sandwiches or something. I don't even
not
remember.
bad.
I don't even remember.
Not
Not as
bad.
interesting as Malaysian lunches, I'm sure.
Well, I don't know what they are like today, but I remember my high school one to be a bit different. We had a cafeteria with I think like four small like side stalls. So it's kind of like a mini hawker center.
Mm,
There'll be an uncle who'll be making like Chinese noodle soup. There'll be a lady, a Malay lady who has like a little bit of like mixed rice, Malay rice.
mhm.
Um, then there's always that one uncle. He's the most popular one because he sells the sausage rolls and hamburgers. Always the popular one, Ramly hamburgers.
Uh-huh.
Then I think there was one other lady who was selling like fried stuff. So you could buy like fried popiah rolls, wonton, like crispy wonton. Yeah, just crispy wontons. I think that's what they call it in English. They're basically like wonton soup.
Uh-huh.
That meatball wrapped in dough.
Mhm.
They would just take that and deep fry it instead. So it's not like silky smooth. It's crunchy and like juicy meat in the center. Um, then the main cafeteria, they will be the ones who sold drinks and a whole lot of snacks. I'm talking like all kinds of Southeast Asian, like small little bags of like durian puffs, seafoods, like sausage, not sausage, prawn sticks, which is basically just fried like dough cut into thin matchsticks with like prawn flavoring in them. Um,
This is reminding me of it's not even the same thing, but it's reminding me of how sometimes before school, some of the students would go to a nearby store and get like um, lollies and things to take
oh
with us
yeah,
to school, like the Coke bottle lollies. I don't know if you had
yeah, we
those in
had
Malaysia.
those. We had those.
I remember those ones in particular were pretty popular. I don't
We
remember
didn't
what else.
have we didn't have a lot of candy in the school canteen. That was exclusive business for those Indian uncles who rode in on those motorbikes,
Mm,
and they would sell ice creams, um, chocolate bars. They would also sell like what's it called? Well, basically all the candy was exclusively their business. It was an after school thing, never a in school thing. It
mm.
was like the cigarettes in a jail cell thing,
This is
contraband.
making me think about my son's school has we're in like a predominantly Latino neighborhood, and so they have like Mexican snack vendors that come
Ooh,
uh, sitting outside the school, like at the end of school, that kids can get snacks at. So it's kind of like that. Let me just before I put this in, this is like a little
the
like a
bar.
bar kind of thing. Yeah, lots of different drinks. that Tony cannot have because
He's a
he's an
recovering
alcoholic.
alcoholic.
Yes. I don't think they're all alcoholic drinks there, but anyway.
He's coping. He's coping.
Hmm.
uh, Mexican snacks. Now that's something I'm very interested to try.
Well, when you are finally able to get your visa, are you still waiting on it? I assume you are.
Well, since they haven't gotten any response from them and ever, I'm just like, oh well. I hope my submission is still considered like accepted. If not, they would
Maybe
tell
you should
me.
call them or something. Did you get my application?
I called them a couple times beforehand last year when I was planning to actually come and visit. They
Yeah.
said they have me on their system, but they also told me that unfortunately it's going to be a very long process
Oh
because
my
there's a lot of
god.
applicants.
Wow. Lots of people want to
So
travel to the US at the moment.
yeah,
See, this
to be
this is why I have to come back there instead, because I can get in without a visa. Like it's just like stamp it on my passport as soon as I get in, I can stay for 90 days.
that is true.
I'm not going to be
That is
staying for
true.
90 days when I can't spend that much time away from my kids.
You'll be spending at least 30 days.
Wait,
uh,
is that how much time I no, not no, I think it's like not quite. It's like 4 weeks. 28 days is what I'm
oh,
looking
okay.
at the moment.
Okay, okay.
Um, it'll probably be about 30 from when I actually leave here to come back, but there's the 2 days of travel time, right?
That's true. That's true. Interesting. Well, it's okay. I mean, the main point of wanting to visit America, aside seeing you, is also like because I wanted to attend the video game awards back
Hmm.
then. I since I couldn't, I just caught it live online anyway, and
And then you
a
were
part of
disappointed by it.
yeah, a part of me was like, yeah, maybe it was a good thing I wasn't able to go because like it was a non-stop advertisement like for 3 hours kind of thing.
Hmm.
And I felt really bad for the winners because they hardly have like even 10 seconds to go up and give a speech.
Hmm.
Yeah,
That's
so
not a lot of time at all.
not at all. So I figured, yeah, maybe it was a blessing in disguise that I wasn't able to travel for the VGAs. That's okay. I would still love to come over and visit and say hi and like eat all the food you have available there.
all the food that is not Malaysian stuff.
Oh yes.
Zach is planning on coming out here as well. He wants to come out here next year, so maybe maybe I should warn him that he needs to. No, he still has an American visa, so
Oh, there you go.
he's good. He's good. He can come out.
I'm I'm sure he probably have a smoother process than me because if I'm not mistaken, his dad was a ambassador.
Something like that.
Yeah. He worked in several embassies for the Malaysian government in other countries before.
Mm,
So I think you have an easier time compared to me.
yeah, but he did say that he still has his US visa has not yet expired. So, but it just means that he has
Perfect.
to take his old old passport and his new passport.
Perfect. He can come by anytime to see you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and the other places that he wants to go to.
Yeah.
But I'm just excited that uh, anyone wants to come and see me.
We will. We
That
will.
people are actually talking about it now.
We
I've been here
will.
for almost 10 years, Calvin. Do you know how many people have visited me from Malaysia? Just Sim and Seeming. So,
Well, I mean, for one, you are literally halfway across the world from us.
yeah, and how many times have I been back there now?
Oh,
No,
we're gonna play this
that's
part.
no. Look, this is me being a dick.
I know, I know.
It's easier for me. It's cheaper for me. There's all that. Look, it still took me 9 years to get back there.
That's true. That's true. Hey, don't worry. Some of us are mostly in the process. It's just getting through all the legal stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it is tricky as well with like getting the right kind of flights and stuff like that.
Hmm.
But don't worry. Some way or other we'll get our way over there and we'll be knocking on your door with a bowl of Malaysian food, saying,
Oh,
"Hi,
yes,
Dom.
yes. How much
I
food are you
brought
gonna
chi-
bring me?
I brought chicken curry."
Woohoo. Oh yeah, I'm
uh,
gonna be very excited.
I am also preparing myself for that one day where I get to go over there and like see if they actually have Malaysian food, quote unquote Malaysian food available there.
Yeah,
And like,
there's restaurants
oh,
I can take you
I'm
to.
gonna be I'm gonna be so critical.
There's at least one that has a native Malaysian who is the chef at it. So
All right, all right.
um, I don't know about all of the other ones because I have not read up on them, but I've been to other ones. Some of them are actually pretty good. So there's one pretty close to the San Francisco airport. Actually,
Oh,
I took a friend there who had never had Malaysian food before and wanted to try it because of how much I'd been raving about it. And
see.
then he ordered something from the menu that I had never eaten before. I was like, I don't know if this is the like I don't know how authentic that is because I don't know what that is.
What what did he order?
I don't even remember. I just remember it was something that I had never had before.
Oh, okay.
But I didn't have bakute until this last trip, so what do I know about what is actually Malaysian food?
Oh, actually it's a nice coincidence that you mentioned bakute because just yesterday, there was an official like announcement from the government
Oh,
declaring what is considered heritage Malaysian food.
uh huh. And bakute is
Bakute made the list,
nice.
which a lot of people are very happy for because everyone had the assumption that oh it's only gonna be Malay food
Hmm.
or quote unquote halal food.
Yeah, yeah. No,
Yeah,
that's great.
yeah.
That was why I needed to have it because I'm like I knew that it was like very authentic Malaysian. I'm just like I have never had it. Like I hadn't even heard of it until I moved here, and I was like, how have I never heard of this
Wow,
thing before?
you've lived in Malaysia for a number of years too.
5.5 years, and I'd never heard of it. And I was like, what is
Yeah.
going on with me?
Oh, it's
So
okay. I
clearly,
mean,
I needed to actually spend more time with locals when I lived there, rather than waiting until I moved.
hey, it happens. It happens. If you're not born in that country or have parents that are very like in tune with the local like habits and like food preferences and all that, it's not likely that you encounter it as often as we do. So,
Mhm.
don't worry about it. It's all good.
No,
I
I mean,
mean,
yeah, I mean, the stuff that I was got into was stuff that my ex-husband knew about, and so he had me try that stuff, and so that was what I got into.
yeah. I mean, I bet you that a lot of people who visit America for the first time are just gonna be looking for burgers and chips. Oh,
Hot
sorry,
dogs,
French fries, hot dogs, pizza, and I'm like, dude, there's so much more to eat.
have all the Mexican stuff.
Yeah, dude, oh my god, I really, really, really want to have like really good, authentic Mexican food, like the rice and the beans. I love the beans. Oh gosh, can't wait for that day.
That part's finished now. I'm opening the last bag for this book now.
Nice.
I don't
It
know
came
if
together really nicely.
all right. my I have a like table sort of thing right in up here.
Oh, okay, okay.
So it's like
So it's
running
kind of
into the
awkward to position
running
it.
into
Yeah.
the yeah. So we'll see how I go with this.
No worries.
I get to I'm building Hawkeye and Pepper Potts, I think. Is that Pepper Potts?
Depends. If she's not black, then she's definitely not Black Widow.
Yeah, it's Pepper Potts.
Oh, okay.
No, she's wearing black as well, but like she's holding a thing, so like a computer screen tablet. So I'm like, she looks similar to Black Widow, but I'm like that's pretty sure that's not Black Widow.
Well, Potts is blonde and Widow is a redhead, right?
um, No, they have the same color hair in the set.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah.
Oh, man. Getting to see America for the first time would be very interesting.
I will be very excited to take you around to everywhere.
Yeah, because if there's one thing that I've experienced, like for the first time ever, when I went to Japan on a solo trip,
Mm,
as you know, I like to play like JRPGs,
hmm.
and like Persona 5 was based on a very specific location in Tokyo.
Hmm.
So when I actually got to Tokyo for the first time on my own, I had this really jarring experience of knowing where to go in a place I've never been to before in my whole life.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, it was so peculiar, but also so fascinating to like, I know exactly where I am. I don't feel lost, but I'm also like, I'm seeing everything here for the first time in my life. How?
Mm, mm.
Yeah, it was such a peculiar experience. And like, since I used to play quite a lot of like action games as well that take place in like Manhattan and stuff like that,
You feel like you'll do
uh,
that when you go to New York?
I get the feeling that might happen again, but I don't know. I don't know because I played the Spider-Man games,
Mm.
so they said that they mapped out Manhattan really accurately for that game.
I have a quick question for you. Which face should I have for Pepper Potts? You want this happy smiling face or the angry face?
Depends. Is Tony Stark in the building?
It depends where I put him. I'll just put the happy face for now. I like her freckles.
Yeah, she's cute.
Aw.
Aw,
I
she's
gotta do
happy.
her tablet screen, which I have to put a sticker on.
Uh-huh.
34. This one. And it is facing which way up? I guess that one here.
There we
Sorry, I
go.
interrupted what you were saying.
Oh no, it's okay. It's just I was just saying like I'm hoping maybe I get to experience that again if
Mm.
I ever get the chance to go over to like Manhattan and New York.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I've been to New York a few times now, so I mean, New York just in general is really easy to get around.
Oh, that's good to hear. Because a lot of people say like New York is like really really busy and it's hard to like travel sometimes, like peak period, of course.
Yeah, it's busy, but like it's easy to navigate.
Oh, okay,
Right.
that's good.
Hawkeye and Pepper Potts. There
The dynamic duo.
you go. Yeah, that's not really the partnership that you would think, is it?
To be fair, I don't think they interact much, like even in the comics.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. So what's all this
All right, so we're
gray
doing
stuff?
like the back part of the building, like here.
Oh, I
So
see. Okay.
it looks like I'm not doing the Avengers A at this point. So
Oh
that's
well.
going to be later. I think the next book I might actually have to change my camera angle, bring the tower over here, and then like figure out where to put the camera so that everything is visible. I don't know yet. That's a question for the next stream.
True. True. So this is more of like the outside, building up
Yeah,
the frame.
yeah. And then I'll be attaching this to the top of there, and then have
Ooh.
some bits that I have to make it so that they you can't pull it apart easy.
Ah, okay. Is that the end goal for today? Just to be able to attach it?
Yep, yep.
Sounds good.
Because then I have to start a new book, and I don't know what's. I haven't even opened the next one yet to see. Um, I guess it's not I don't have to attach it right away. So technically, I could start the next one, but depends on how long you want to hang out for, I guess. Let's check in after I've done this, and then we'll see.
I mean, it sounds like it's quite I mean, after you build this, you
Mm.
probably have to like consider how to adjust your camera. So,
No, the next part, because it'll be the next floor that I can build it without attaching it straight away. So um,
uh,
I can start from this angle then in the next book.
I see. But let's see. Let me just double check something real quick.
Hmm.
Okay. Ah, okay. Well, maybe I probably have to go by like another 30 minutes or so.
All right, we don't have to do the
Yeah.
next part. It's okay.
It's okay. Sorry.
No, no, it's fine. We can finish with this bag if you, and then I can end the stream. If you want to chat longer about stuff that I don't talk about on stream, then we can do
Oh,
that
okay.
until you need
Yeah,
to
sure,
go.
sure, sure.
How about that?
Sure, that works. Also,
Because
you got a comment from Lego Timmy. Hey.
oh, thank you for noticing that. Um, that was 10. No, that was 1 minute ago. It doesn't look like I have any viewers right now, so I guess that was from a while ago. They popped in to say hey and then disappeared.
Oh, you set a delay, is it? Between your
No, I
stream?
just like well, because I mean it was 1 minute ago, but I you can see how many viewers are by that thing that's that eye symbol. Then there's
Ah,
0 right now, so that means there's no viewers at the moment. So they must have just popped in to say hey and then disappeared.
I see. Yeah, that happens a lot. Ah,
It's okay.
it's okay. Oh
Oh,
no, he
no.
says he's still here.
What? This is so weird. Like, I don't know when. How can I tell if somebody's actually watching or not if it doesn't actually have
Wait,
the thing
hold on. Let me see if I can find your YouTube live stream thing. Then maybe it might show number of viewers.
on the actual website of YouTube?
Yeah. Dominica Lego.
You can't even pronounce my name right.
Dominica?
Dom, Dom,
Dominica?
Dominica.
Dominica. I'm sorry, Dominica.
No, it's fair enough. Look, I did not use that name when I lived in Malaysia. Everyone used a shortened version of that name.
That's true. And yes, Lego Timmy is here. He is watching right now. I can see it. Hi, Timmy. How you doing?
Timmy, are you building anything at the moment yourself?
Well, Timmy here's flexing. He's got 18,000 subscribers.
Oh wow, that's way more than me.
Good for you, Timmy. Well done. Are you a Lego builder as well? You're in bed. I see.
What time is it where you are, Lego Timmy?
Is it bedtime?
Well, could be morning. Could be just woken up, gonna watch a stream straight away.
True. You're a huge fan of Lego. Hey, that's cool. So are we. It's 11 p.m. where you are. Oh, wow, that's late.
That must be. Well, there is a delay in actually. I didn't see that message yet. Here we
Oh,
go.
it's faster on YouTube.
Yeah, clearly. Um, that's why there's a delay.
Yeah.
Must be East Coast then, or Central Time Zone. Depends. Like it's 8:43 here. That's 11 p.m. forwards or backwards. I don't know. Is it 11:43 or is it actually 10:43 and it's rounding up?
Mm. Well, I mean, you're over in San Francisco. I'm over in Malaysia. We've got a lot of time zones
Must be
right now.
a lot of different time zones right now. That's right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, Timmy, tell us, what have you built recently? because we're
Okay.
building the Avengers Tower today. Well, Dominica is building the Avengers Tower today. Sumimasen, Dominica-san.
Why are you saying that? You're not Japanese.
No, I'm just in the habit of learning Japanese, so like this is how it sounds in my head half the time.
I see, I see.
Timmy says you've built a Minecraft set today. Oh, nice.
Um, I do not have any Minecraft sets, but my son has a couple, although I don't think
Ooh.
he's built any of them. I want to get the axolotl Minecraft set just because the axolotls look so cute.
Yeah, they do in game as well.
Right?
I wonder if they'll make like a Lego, like a Minecraft Lego, where it's like just an axolotl in a bucket.
It's a giant axolotl with some of the mini Minecraft axolotls in it. Um,
Oh,
yeah, it's cute.
do you have that set to me, or did you? Or are you more of a what are they called again? What are those monsters called? The ones that blow up? Creepers?
Mm.
Are you a full on creeper Minecraft fan?
What is happening?
What are you doing?
Oh, this is okay. This is it's angled.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
like, what am I doing wrong? No, it's fine. It's meant to be angled.
How does building work?
It's an archway. That's why. That's why there's an angle thing there that I get to adjust.
uh, Man, February. Oh wait, I just remembered. Dom,
What? What?
isn't the live action Netflix Avatar
Avatar?
like TV show
Yeah,
out
it
already?
was released yesterday. I have not watched it yet because I was busy last night and I've been busy today. So I may try and watch some tomorrow, but I'm also like my son and I have one final level to get through in Super Mario Wonder still that is
Ah.
so hard. The final test. The Lego TV says, "Yep, but I do like Star Wars more than Minecraft."
Oh.
Um, yeah, so we got to the second checkpoint, um, and we at least now have a strategy of if we don't get past it in our 99 lives, then we'll just restart it, like exit before we lose our lives. Then we
I
start
see.
again without having to collect more lives again because that takes forever to do that. So that's where we're at the moment, but man, it's the final level is so challenging.
Yeah, I can imagine. I very rarely finish like Mario games.
This is like one of the best that I have done.
Ooh.
Oh, Timmy's asking how often do I stream? Um, I don't have a set schedule. It's just it varies depending on when I have availability and when I have friends who are available to join me. So um, this week today was basically the only day for me to be available, and I'm not usually available on Fridays either. Like the last few Fridays, I think I'm pretty sure I was busy. Last Friday, I went to see uh, a stand-up comedian in San Francisco, so that's why I was out last Friday. So I'm more likely to be streaming on a weeknight that is not Friday. um, but yeah, it really depends on the week. I think next week I have more availability, so I'll check in with Zach then and see
Hmm.
what he has available. Did I get all the pieces that I need for the set? I don't know.
Just for context, Timmy, she's currently focus on finishing the Avengers Tower first. But you did mention you might
Oh
do
yeah,
like the
I
Chinese
might do an
Dragon.
Instagram live
Yeah,
tomorrow for the uh Chinese New Year mini dragon set. So that is not on YouTube, which is where Timmy is watching right now. Um,
it's okay,
but
Timmy.
but
She'll add a link to her Instagram
my
later, I
my
guess.
username on Instagram is the same as it is for YouTube. It's just Dominica Creates. So if you want to find me
Yes,
there,
Dominica creates. Dominica creates.
you gotta get your practice in now.
Yes,
Now that I've corrected you.
correct. Timmy says he likes to stream once a week. Oh, that's great, Timmy.
Oops, I missed that one.
Oh, he
Okay,
says he'll
yeah,
find your
my Instagram.
Instagram. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
my,
thank you, Timmy.
I think it's been a bit since I've posted any Lego pictures on, but I do also I have been adding sometimes advanced knowledge of when I'm planning on streaming to my Instagram stories. That has happened a couple of times, so it's a good way to find out if I might be streaming is by following my Instagram anyway.
We'll take what we
Since
can get.
since I don't right, I'm not very good at announcing it in advance.
It's all right. You still got a lot of things, you know. Once you get a more set schedule, then yeah, perhaps you'll be more comfortable setting a time, you know.
Mm.
Any
We'll
advice,
see.
Timmy, on how to have like a weekly stream like you do?
And get 18,000 viewers, followers.
What's that?
What's what? This
What's that
part?
thing?
I
Oh
don't
yeah,
know. I have no
yeah.
idea. It's just told me this. Oh wait, I didn't even do it in the right place. Shh. Shh. There's more of that ASMR for you.
every structural engineer ever. Shh.
All right.
Are those like at the bottom of the screen there? Those colorful ones? Are those like extra bits or what?
Oh yeah, those were the spare pieces from the last bag. Let's put
Oh,
those over
nice.
to the side because they always give you spares. Ooh, sideways. I have to adjust this now. So I'm
Oh.
sorry. Let me before I do that. I have to put the pieces on this part now.
I
That's what I'm
see.
doing.
Okay.
I'll show it off after I actually put the things there, since
Nice.
I don't think you can see it very well from this angle.
If one day if your channel really picks up and like you start earning some money from this, would you consider getting like a multi-camera, like switch over from one angle to another angle?
Oh yeah, that would be cool to do.
Yeah. Oh, that's really nice of you, Timmy. He says he'll subscribe and he'll be able to watch your next stream.
Awesome, thank you.
Thank you, Timmy. Love your support, man.
That,
That's
that
awesome.
that's usually how I end my streams. Like, if you enjoyed it, watching, subscribe, hit the bell for the notification because I never know when I'm going live. It's also like, even if I announce it in advance, sometimes I'm like, yeah, the time changes because I have Malaysian guests and they're working on Malaysian time.
Yeah, that's true.
A
Like for
lot of a lot
context,
of them are late. Yes, provide context.
uh, some context, like I'm from Malaysia and with like I think a 13-hour difference. 13, 14,
Six,
depending.
16 hour
16
time
hour
difference.
difference.
Yes.
Yeah. So her PM is my AM, which is like, yeah. And yes, I will admit, being born and raised in Malaysia, Malaysians do tend to show up little bit
Little,
late.
little bit late, little bit.
I am not the example of a typical Malaysian because I was 5 minutes early.
Yes, and then we started the stream 1 minute earlier than we had originally planned. I was like,
What a
wow,
treat! Oh my
wow.
god, my hands are still shaking, Dom.
I feel like, Calvin, you must like me.
Timmy's advice: you should post some Lego videos on YouTube. Do
Mm.
you post Legos?
So,
I think you
no,
do.
I just
Yeah.
do the live streams.
Oh, just the archiving. I see.
Yeah. So that, I mean, they're up there. Anyone can watch afterwards. And I do have a friend who sometimes watches them later if he's not on, a friend of mine in Australia. And like what I told I was messaging with him at the same time I was messaging you to organize this stream.
Uh-huh.
Because he was like, I have a video, like a stream to catch up on. I'm like, you might
Hmm.
have two to catch up on. And then like because he is not generally available during the day and weekdays because he works. So I was messaging him. I was like, oh, but I'm going to be streaming during the day on Saturday Australian time next. And he was like, "Oh, too bad I'm busy that day." So that's why he's not here.
That's okay. Clash of time zones. But
It
I think
is
Timmy
all
has a good point. Maybe like instead of just the archiving,
mm, do
you if
actual
do some
shorter
actual like
videos
shorter
and
videos.
yeah.
Oh, you know what would be interesting? You said that you recorded yourself when you were 16, right? On
Oh my.
like why don't you consider this? Like maybe do like a short 3 minute like intro video of like what you're gonna build, like this is what it looks like after it's done, and then you can like play it in the beginning of the archives. You could even like shorten down the archives to like show like certain segments you want to show off, or like when parts of the conversation is fun to listen to.
Hmm.
But that will take some time
After
though.
it's streamed, yeah. I could do that. Um, it will require me downloading the video from YouTube and
Yeah.
doing some editing.
Yeah.
It's possible. It's just, you know, I
More
I am
time.
so look, I work full time, Calvin. Like it's not like
I
it's
know, I know.
easy to do.
I know, and I did exactly all that. Like I did the downloading and the cutting down and the editing. That was
Yeah.
my job for quite a
Uh,
while, actually.
yeah, well, if I was getting paid for it, maybe I would.
Well, I wasn't paid very well for it, but it was fun to do.
Timmy lives in the USA.
Oh, nice.
Central time zone or East Coast, Timmy?
Hmm. 11 o'clock, you said. So
Yeah, but
maybe,
like I think it's probably rounded up, so which means it would be Central time zone.
yeah, probably Central. Are we correct, Timmy?
Wait.
Uh oh.
Oh no.
Uh oh.
I did it upside down.
Oops. Oh
I
no.
hate when I do that, but that's okay. That's
Hey, our guess is
oh,
correct.
whoops. Yeah,
Whoops.
central. I
Yeah, he
took
said
a
Central.
part that was not even meant to be taken apart because it was. I didn't even have to put it together like that in the first place, and then it came apart.
This is where having nails really helps.
Yes, that is correct.
Oh, there you go. That's a hinge.
It is cool because this is the other side of the angled part that I did before. Oops.
Nice.
No, that's correct.
Timmy says, also the type of content I make is speed builds.
Mm.
Ah,
I've seen some videos like that. I've also seen people like build, you know, in the poly bags that you can get.
oh yeah.
People build those sets inside the bags without unwrapping them, and I'm just like how?
That's just playing on hard mode, man.
It is, you know, that's part of the challenge though. That's what they like to do. I'm just like, oh my god, I'm just constantly impressed by what other people do because I just build the set as per
Damn.
the instructions.
Then I have a question to ask.
Mm.
Maybe Timmy here might have more knowledge about it than us. Is there like a competitive scene of speed building Legos? Like, do people actually have competitions to see who can build like which sets the fastest? Is it like speed running a game? I want to know if there's such a thing.
There must be something like that. I feel like that must be a thing.
Because if there's one thing that I enjoy is like seeing people get really good and showing it off in like technical skill. So if like Lego speed building was an actual like competitive scene, I would watch that.
Well, maybe you need to subscribe to Lego Timmy's channel.
Maybe I will. Let's go looking for it. Yeah, there is world records you can beat for building certain sets the fastest.
I think I saw a video of someone speed building the Colosseum set, and
Whoa.
that set's like over 5,000 pieces or something, but it's so monotonous as well. I'm just like, "Ugh, it looks cool, but I could not have that set."
Man. World records, huh? Okay. Let me quickly Google and see. Lego speed building. Lego speed building. Competition. There we go. What is the average Lego building speed? A rough guess would be 10 to 20 seconds per part, or somewhere within the range of 200 to 400 parts per hour. Damn. There's a website called the Stack Exchange that gives an estimate of build time for each Lego set that's on sale.
Wow.
Wow.
I've gotten faster at building as I've been building more, but I'm not at that kind of. I don't think I'm as fast enough for these speed builds.
Oh, get this. The fastest person in Lego building is a I think it's a boy? I can't tell. Uh, there's this person named Cooper Wright. They completed an 11,695 piece map in under 10 hours. This has earned him the record of fastest time in the Guinness Book of World Records. He's from Cumberland, Maine.
Wow.
Dang. Huh. Lego speed building. I wonder what kind of hacks they use.
Have
Because like
all the.
no, because like how people like how people have competitions on who can finish puzzles the fastest.
I think you
Like
need
they
to have the pieces all already out and like set up in order. You must, right?
maybe I don't know because like I'm learning about this right now as we speak. Because like puzzle like those those little puzzle pieces, the kind that you can frame up and put as a picture.
Hmm.
Like one of the hacks is look for the corners and the edges and just build the frame first.
Yeah.
That's usually how everyone does it. So
Yeah.
like I wonder is that if the same logic applies for Lego. Huh. Are you competitive, Timmy? Do you join these competitions yourself? Do you have any hacks you can share?
Because now Calvin wants to do competitive Lego building.
I mean, I did suggest that to you before, Dom.
I'm not good. I'm not competitive.
Dominica.
I'm not competitive.
You could even have like our own competitive like esports like names instead of our real names. The Dominator.
Oh my goodness. I already don't use my full name. Oh no. Oh no. I'm gonna have to. Okay.
You're gonna have to flip over the tower.
No, it's just the next part of the instructions involves me attaching this to the tower back there. Before I do that, I'm going to uh, show
Take
off
his
what the
time.
side and back looks like. There we go. Wait.
There we
You know what?
go.
I'm going to have to switch over to. I'm going to switch this one off. Show it off this way.
Yeah. Whoa,
Ooh.
that's big.
It's like it's got an A on the back. Look.
Okay.
Let's see inside. Ooh.
Ooh. Not bad, not bad.
Like my fingers are in the way. There we go. This part like opens up. Ooh, a little bit.
That's
All right.
fun.
I am going to have to take my headphones out so that
All
I
right.
can go and stick this back here and still hear.
All
And
right.
hopefully you can still hear me. Here we go.
Don't worry. Be safe.
I can still hear you. Can you still hear me? Hopefully.
Yes,
Hopefully.
perfectly fine.
Okay. All right.
Okay, careful. Don't drop it.
This is fine. This one is fine.
All right.
But, all right. I think.
All right. That seems to be sitting safely.
Place, but here we go. I might try and move this. Let's see if the top part of the tower will. I'll move it afterwards. Wait.
It's okay. If you can show it on.
Here, hang on. I'm gonna bring it here and see if
Okay.
it will be within view of the camera here. Let's see. And not pull out the alien legs in the Sanctum Sanctorum. Yeah, see, that's doable.
Okay. Okay.
Move down the computer screen.
Camera a bit.
The other camera.
Oh, Timmy's complimenting you on all the sets you have on the shelf.
Oh, yeah, all the ones.
He says he can only get the smaller ones himself.
These
Don't
big
worry,
sets
Timmy.
are expensive, that's for sure. Oh, what
They
came
really
off?
are. Uh-oh.
What fell off? What fell off? Something fell off. I don't know what it was.
Uh-oh. Was it Thor's hammer?
Oh, no, wait, it was a piece that was...
Okay.
It was a piece that goes there, so I should probably find where it went.
Find it quickly.
Did it fall into here?
Really? I thought it sounded like it fell out of the
Yeah, I
thing.
know, but I can't see it. Maybe it fell on the floor. Oh, there it is.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
It's in the ground floor of the building.
There we go. Okay.
I probably loosened it when I tried to stick it on back there.
Yeah. Here we go.
Don't break.
Don't break. Gently now. Gently.
Look at that angle it properly on all the parts. Oh, jeez. How? Look, the top of this right now is very close to my light that's up here.
Yeah, I can see it.
Like,
I can see your ring light. Yeah.
it's really, yeah, there's that too. One of my, I have two ring lights right now. I've got a small one and a big one. So I don't know. This is going to be interesting. How I'm going to build have it on camera for the final section. Come on,
It's okay. I think what you can do is like when you're assembling the last piece, you can do it like you normally do. But like when you finally crown the whole thing, just record it on your phone and put it on your Instagram. Yeah.
May have to do it like that. Yes.
I like how your camera is the perfect angle for like the hanger bay.
Oh, it is, yeah, that's
Yeah.
great. Not even intentional. All right, I'm getting there.
Oh, okay, Timmy. Thanks for joining us tonight. Have a good night's sleep. And yeah, I look forward to seeing more Dom streams. Yeah? You take care now.
Yeah, thanks for subscribing, Timmy. Thanks for joining.
Whoa, that looks a bit precarious.
It's fine, all right. It looks
Okay.
precarious, but it is fine. It's only slightly off of the table. And it's okay. So now what I have to do, I don't know how much is going to be viewable on camera, but I'm going to turn it around. So there's all these. I don't know if I should lift this up. You see all these notches like inside.
Oh yeah.
So I have to stick things on those to attach them all together.
Ah, okay.
That
So
is
you
the
have to
next step.
fasten them or something. All right.
So you are going to get to not see anything for a moment.
That
While
should be fine.
I'm gonna let you look inside the hanger. Ooh, wait, let's have the Quinjet arrive. Here we go. Wee.
There you go.
Face the other way. Good to see. Here we go. Ooh.
Oh, it
At
fits so
least you get to
nicely.
look at something more interesting. And we have. Alright. This won't take too long though.
That's all right. My gosh. Such a big structure.
It is so tall.
Yeah.
Zach will be impressed when I'll send him a picture after this. Oh my god, how much did you do?
It's huge.
I sent him a picture of once I got so I had a piece that they in the sets they gave me a piece that was the wrong color, but it was on the outside of the building, and it was like so instead of one of these dark gray colored pieces, it was
Uh-huh.
a white piece, and I'm like, no.
Oh no, that's gonna stick out like a sore
Yeah.
thumb.
So I had to order a missing piece so that I could replace it with the correct one. So once that arrived earlier this week, I took a photo of it being done and sent it to Zach so that he could see. This is what it's
Nice.
like now. All right. Next side. Down a little bit. I'll do that piece last, I think. It is not getting angled properly. But wow, it's getting so tall.
And you haven't even
I'm
crowned it yet.
so
Dang.
worried. I know. I'm so worried about having to move it back and forth from here to the, you know.
Yeah.
Oops. Yes.
Well, be careful and go slowly.
No, it's not. The way these studs are is it's like, they can be slightly off so I'm having to redo them all. I should have started with the bottom.
Ah, okay. Don't worry. Double check. Make it as firm as possible.
That's right. That's how it is. This is bag 27, so I have 12 more bags to go.
Wow. Back 27 and 12 more to go. Damn.
Is that right? There's 39 total bags.
Yeah, it adds up. Gosh. But hey, don't worry. I mean, after you've secured it and like attached this properly, I guess we could call that a day for today.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Because it's the end of this book anyway. That's how much I wanted to get done today. So
Nice. Good job. Well done.
that. All right. Here we're done. I don't know how well I can show this off. I'm really up and hopefully it doesn't fall. Okay.
Okay. Watch out for the plane.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're reminding me that
No
would have
worries.
fallen off. All right.
Okay, slowly, slowly.
See in these parts are like no studs now. It's all clean, right?
Yeah, very nice.
Okay. Now if I put it back here, then you'll be able to see
Whoa,
what it looks like now. We can have
that's a
this
big
angle,
boy.
but it's actually going to be this way.
Ah.
I have to also make sure that it doesn't bonk Spider-Man on the side. It's like a very narrow way that I can fit it in, so it doesn't. This is the alien for the coming out of the Sanctum Sanctorum as well, so I have to make sure it doesn't bang that and doesn't bang bonk Spider-Man and Octopus. So there we go. Like it's just like so tall.
He's
It's
huge.
almost as tall as the Daily Bugle now, but not quite. But it will be taller afterwards.
My gosh.
No, it's getting there. It is
Yeah,
there.
it's really coming together.
Mm-hmm.
Well done, well done.
All right. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna end the stream now. If anyone is watching later on and you've enjoyed and want to know when I'm going live, you can do what Timmy did and subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell notification button so you can know when I'm actually going live, since I have no set schedule. All right. And thanks for joining. Let me click end stream.
Bye bye.
We still have a bit of time. We can chat for a little bit longer.
Sure, no